or prayer rug. Then he lowered himself to the fabric and began to pray. Each time his forehead brushed the cloth, he praised Allah for granting him a second chance, for purging his soul, for burning away his pride, for giving him new purpose in his humility. In many ways, Qari considered himself fortunate. Historically, Allah often used periods of isolation to shape his followers. Qari could have spent 40 years wandering the desert like Moses, but he had not. After the final salat, Qari stood and reclaimed his tunic. Where there once had been but a single fighter, now a gaggle of 10 stood. 10 warriors, one for each year of his imprisonment. Allah was faithful and merciful. "Are you Mullah Wasik?" This time the question came from one of the new arrivals. Unlike his boyish companions, the speaker had an air of gravitas. His beard was thick and stretched to the middle of his chest. His face was weather-beaten, and his dark eyes glowed with intelligence. This was a commander, not just another foot soldier. "I am," Qari said, his voice already stronger. "Praise Allah," the commander said. "I am called Abdul. We've been searching for you." Qari nodded. The guard had told him the truth. Like all non-believers, the man had been weak. But as Qari had learned the hard way, Allah transformed weakness into strength. Many of the prison guards had grown friendlier as the fighting between the Taliban and pro-government forces drifted ever closer to Kabul. But this man had shown mercy long before his brethren. When the sound of artillery fire had rolled over the jail's walls, Qari had taken the man into his confidence and given him a message for his Talib brethren who, Allah willing, would be his liberators. "The guard found you," Qari said. "He did," Abdul said. "We discovered the building just as you described." The commander pointed toward one of the men, and for the first time, Qari realized that his former captor was standing among his liberators. Qari stared at the man, taking in his frightened features and lack of a weapon. "Did they mistreat you?" Qari said. The jailer shook his head. "No, sir," the man said. "They honored our agreement." "Good," Qari said. "And the technician? He is still here?" "Yes, brother," the jailer said. "Find this man and bring him to me," Qari said, turning his attention back to the Taliban commander. "The knowledge he carries in his head is vital." Already his confidence was returning as the crushing helplessness of the last 10 years faded like a mist burned away by the rising sun. Qari pushed back against this feeling. He was no longer the arrogant commander he'd once been. Allah had reformed him, reshaped his life's purpose. He would not forget his transformation so quickly. "The brothers have finished loading the equipment," the commander said. "We took appropriate precautions, but you may inspect our work if you please." Qari shook his head. He was probably the least qualified to judge the quality of their work. Qari hadn't been the most technologically savvy before his imprisonment. He could only imagine how much things had changed since. While he understood the value of the information housed in the building, the electronic medium on which it was stored might as well have been taken from another planet. This was why he needed the technician. Besides, Qari's faith did not rest with electronic boxes or flashing lights. Allah had brought this moment to fruition. Surely he would not let it be undone by the very men he'd enlisted to his purpose. "No," Qari said, "but I require a phone." The commander reached into his pocket, withdrew his cell, and handed it to Qari.